Hi, I'm Eric Lonneville, and I play Richie. Welcome to the Omega Man.
The Omega Man was based on the novella I'm Legend, but it was all about vampires, and it just didn't feel right to do vampires. So I have a PhD in chemistry, so germ warfare, chemical warfare, this was 30 years ago, but it was on my mind as a way you could wipe out civilization, so we used that theme instead of vampires. My husband was very spiritual, and he was the poet, PhD in English literature. I was the engineer, PhD in chemistry, so our two sides made up Neville's character.
I see where you do your heavy thinking.
One side keeps the other side going.
The cold scientist, the killer, and yet the compassionate person who is willing to sacrifice himself and through his blood save humanity.
30-some years ago, I was a young actor, impressionable kid who was really excited about doing his first feature, and I remember being awestruck because I was in a scene with Charlton Heston, and it was a little overwhelming.
I'm beginning to see the light.
The thing that really stands out is he was so gracious and so kind.
I was a med school senior when they scratched the world. As a matter of fact, I was going to apply to BioWar Labs for my postdoc, but the next turn never came.
I'm sorry you didn't make it.
Sorry the world didn't make it.
There's a few scenes that I like, especially Mr. Heston's scenes. His comedy, when he's talking to himself, and the one-liners.
Hi, big brother, how's your ass?
And he did those really, really well. And they're very touching. They're very moving.
I thought Rosalind Cash did a great job. I thought she was really fun as Lisa. She had that black power panache, I must say it was my idea to make her black. I was teaching at a black university at the time, and this is the 70s, and black power was very big. So we were thinking, well, you have the last man on Earth meet the last woman on Earth. What's the conflict, And then we thought, well, let's make her black, and then we'll get a little racial pizzazz in there. And she did. She gave it to us. I thought she was great.
Your move.
I just made my move.
She was able to take this question of a color barrier, white and black actor, male, female, having a love scene, and I thought it was groundbreaking.
It has become a cult film that people watch, and people are frightened by, and people are scared by.
The possibility of destroying humanity through biological warfare, it's a horrible possibility, and it's becoming more probable now, that we have more ability to do it.
My favorite scene, I would say, if I had to pick a scene, is when Neville is sitting in the theater and he's watching Woodstock, the rock and roll producer. He says a line about it's pretty sad if you can't walk out on the streets, and be a human being. It's great stuff.